right?
Yeah, it's my meditation. This is my meditation room.
It works. That would be a good one.
This is my spot. This is my infrared sauna. So I can.
Oh, infrared.
Yeah, so I can get healing light, and it's got a temperature, so I can set the temperature that it can be not to be too hot. I can just make the temperature a little bit more than room temperature, or just like 35 degrees Celsius. I guess that would be more like centigrade. That'd be like 85, maybe 80, yeah, 80, 85 probably. Not like super hot, but then I can have the infrared light up at 100%, so that I'm getting healing, like therapy light, solar light.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Cool. So it's like a treatment, right?
Yeah.
And then I can obviously change the sound in here, so I can make it soothing as well too.
No, so good. I mean, it'd be easy to stay in too long.
So this is a great spot for me to do breath work. This is a great spot for me to even chant or do some sort of frequency or.
Yeah, you lay down. How long is that? You could maybe even. How long is it on? Could you lay down on it?
Oh yeah, I can move the benches around in here so that I can lay down, and or I can take them out and do yoga in here too.
Yeah, you know, when I'm seeing clients, you know, you use, you know, everybody wants comfort, so you got like the foam, the massage pillows and the cushions. But when I was doing it myself at the centers years ago, I just get a picnic table and lay down on the picnic table, just like that. Firm wood support just you know, appeals to the martyr, and you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Those like religious monks that just take all the vows and do everything in a really hard way.
So if on the weekend we're doing our you know, workshop, like
right,
we're like, can I do it laying down on my bench in here then?
Yeah, if you want. You got like, as long as you've got air in the room and it's not, doesn't get too stuffy.
Or is it better to I can take the benches out and do it laying on the floor?
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
You don't want your feet or your head hanging off the edge. So that's why I was asking, how long is it? You want to?
It's long enough. I can lay down in here. Is that what we're going to be doing? Laying down.
Laying down on our back, eyes closed, hands at the side, palm up or palm down, whatever's comfortable for the person.
Maybe I'll do it right inside here. That would be wonderful.
Cool. Yeah, that would be great.
Nice.
Yeah. And so people can lay down on you know, most people doing it for Saturday probably going to have like a yoga mat or an exercise mat, or even just a blanket, maybe folded up.
I've got a yoga mat. Yep, no problem. Blanket.
Lay on that. But yeah, but I've done it on concrete floors. It's just whatever the person wants.
Awesome.
Don't do it on a water bed. Don't do it on a water bed if they still make those, because it's just too much up and down. And actually, bed is okay, but people associate sleeping with the bed. So if they're gonna lay in their bed and go to sleep, then they should probably get on the floor. You know, beds have a lot of sleep energy in them. But man, this is gonna be, you know, if people knew what we were doing, we'd have to worry about the servers crashing. And I'd have private clients I'd be working myself to death because I'd have a waiting list into next year. This is just really powerful stuff.
What are you saying? If people found out how valuable it was, you mean?
Yeah, yeah. If people realize what this is, they'd be, it would just be radical. It'd be out of control.
If the world really knew the value of breath work.
Well, I'm just talking about what we're doing Saturday for one thing, but yeah, real breath work. I mean, that's what these days is kind of, the word has been diluted because it's like everybody calls everything breath work now. Most of the time, breath work is breathing for maybe 3 minutes max, and you're sitting in a chair and you're holding your breath every breath cycle. This is no holding of the breath. You're laying down for an hour and a half, breathing nonstop. Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of work for me. Like I really have a hard time without holding my breath.
Well, we'll do it. I've been doing this for a while. We will do it.
Okay.
We'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds a bit scary.
No, it's actually, once you get going, at a certain point, the breath takes over and it feels like you could do it all day. You're just watching. It's like you're watching yourself being breathed, and it takes over, and you could literally do it all day, but it doesn't last all day. As you get an energy cycle that starts out low, gets stronger and stronger, and then it takes over, it goes through you and heals whatever needs to be healed, physical, mental, emotional, dysfunctional behavior patterns, whatever it might be. And then after that's been cleansed out, and then it coasts you back down. And then that after a lot of people really like the after the coast down, because you're just like laying there in bliss and totally calm and peaceful.
Awesome. I've always kind of found that experience every time I've like really come for an organized breathing session. I mean, anytime I've been with a breathwork instructor or coach that's really guiding my breathing for, like you say, 90 minutes. It's tense at times and challenging at times and fatiguing at times that it kind of breaks you emotionally, but I'm used to it now, so it's like my body can handle it a bit better. You know, it comes with a bit of practice. Like as you practice it, your body kind of grows into it and accepts more of it and allows more of it. Like your ability to breathe more deeply improves as you practice it.
Yeah, oh, for sure. As a matter of fact, I'll be starting out with 20 connected breaths, which is really 5 breaths repeated 4 times for a total of 20. And the 4 breaths are fast, and the 5th one is deep, and it warms you up and stretches you out, because the last set of 5, those 4 breaths are faster than your first 4. And the 20th breath is deeper than your 5th breath. So just in the span of 20 breaths, you get stretched out.
Very exciting, very exciting. All sorts of different breathwork methods. Well, Ray, why don't you just share a little bit about yourself and about your background a little bit, just so that people know, who you are and why you're doing this. Why are you behind this? Why are you like wanting to share this information?
Okay, well, you know what? I think probably I'm like most other people who took Rebirthing Breathwork as a client, in that one of your first reactions is, wow, why didn't anybody ever tell me about this before? Why doesn't everybody know about this? Why don't they teach this in school? And then you're like, everybody needs to know about this. And some people become breath workers, rebirthing breath workers, to like share it with everybody. You start out sharing it with the people you know, and then eventually you just want everybody in the world to know about it.
So could I become like a rebirthing breath work?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, you can take the training. Yeah, and you know, it's like I got into, you know, I got into this originally. Like, it's not like I don't have a scientific background. People think of this as like woo-woo new age stuff, but I actually got into this shortly after getting out of the Navy, where I was running nuclear reactors. So, and doing, you know, theory, you know, doing physics and calculus equations in my head while, so I mean, that's my background. It's very scientific, but I was getting into personal growth, looking for ways to improve my life, trying to get a handle on dysfunctional behavior patterns. And I was led through just a series of miraculous, you know, quote unquote coincidences. I don't believe in coincidences anymore. I mean, I was like guided to wind up getting my first sessions from the like the lead trainer for the person who invented it. And I wound up being trained by him, meeting him, Leonard Orr. And I wound up eventually
how long was this? How long ago was this, Ray?
This is like in 1993. And
oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I trained with him for about 8 years off and on, like 3 of it living in his house. So like that was like 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week training. And then first I was his lead trainer, then I became the executive director for Rebirth International, which is like the global organization for breath work around the world. And we had people coming from all over the world. Like if you came there when I was there, I would be training you on how to be a breath worker. Then I went off, started my own thing for a while. Well, actually, first, I mean, I was like, yeah, it was like 3 years living in his house and 2 years as lead trainer and 3 years as executive director. And then but at first I started out just as a client, and then I started like learning how to be a breath worker. Then I went off on my own. And then a couple of years later, he asked me to come run the center for him. So, and then when I was on my own, I was like in close phone consultation with him all the time. So it was like 8 years altogether. And, but when I just, you know, I had this scientific background. And so I started off with the breath work as just a form of yoga and meditation. But in the course of it, I was healed of a disease. I should be in a wheelchair right now, paralyzed from the neck down and in excruciating pain. That was my future. And this healed me from that. And it also healed me from some dysfunctional behavior patterns that I didn't even know I had until I saw them in the session. And so it's like you you see something in your session and it just goes away. And that's what I think that's probably what benefits people the most. But it's all about working with the core consciousness factors. Like one of the knocks on breath work is it literally is good for anybody, for anything. Everything from I have had clients, everything from procrastination to prostate cancer or cervical cancer. And everything in between, asthma, epilepsy, bad emotional relationship habits. And so one of the knocks is how can just breathing be good for everything? It's not good for everything. It's good for the core negative limiting consciousness factor, which manifests, 20 layers out in your life as, for one person, a disease, for another person, a bad procrastination habit, for another person, never achieving goals, for another person, never finding Mr. Right, always being broke. So we heal one thing. It shows up in everybody, in each person's life in a different way. So it looks like it's healing everything, but it's really healing one thing. But so I had that, like the scientific background made me look into all the physiological changes of state that have happened with changing the breathing. It's really just what, biohacking. Your mind and your emotions and your body and your breathing are all interconnected. If you get tense, you breathe differently than how you breathe when you're in a great mood. And you can go the opposite direction. If you're tense, you can imitate the way someone in a great mood breathes, and you'll go from being tense to being in a great mood. Your breathing affects your body, it affects your mental state, it affects your emotions. And we've just, through some initial discoveries, like Leonard Orr just sort of accidentally discovered the basic process. And he's like, wow, this is amazing. And he started showing it to people, and they were all like, wow, this is amazing. And that's, and then that was like in the early 70s. And he, for the next 50 years, he tried to make it better every day. And so that's what we learned from him.
Awesome. So this is going to be the first time that you and I are collaborating on something. This is like a natural health event.
Yes.
This is something new for both of us, and it's something that we're kind of doing because we recognize that our world is moving to the online world.
Yeah.
And we're trying to move also in that direction. So we're working on ourselves, healing ourselves physically and emotionally, healing ourselves. So we're doing this brother to brother for each other.
Yeah.
We're doing this energy share with each other for each other.
Cool.
And we're doing this energy share with anyone else that wants to join in with us and have a natural healing experience along with us.
That's great. Yeah.
This is the goal. This is the plan. So that's what we're inviting people to.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get more natural than the breath.
Right.
And the breath is free. You have it with you everywhere you go. You never have to worry about, you go traveling and you open up your suitcase in some foreign country. Oh, I forgot to bring my breath. You're never gonna be without. So it's always there, and you can always use it. And I have people that say, the most common, like I said, a lot of times breath workers become breath workers because after their first session, they're like, wow, how come everybody doesn't know about this? Why didn't somebody tell me about this sooner? And then you have, I've had, the most common comment I get is that changed my life. This changed my life. And people will talk about, I go to workshops and personal growth seminars all the time, and you get a buzz that lasts for a few days, but then all your old fears and doubts come back after a while. But with this, it's like you can feel the fears and doubts just leaving your body.
Amazing. I'm super excited about it, Ray. It's gonna be this coming Saturday, between 12 and 4, I'm going to say 12 and 4, because I would love to be able to add some mindset and nutrition to it.
That would be great. Yeah, I saw you went from 12 to 3 to 12 to 4. So you want...
But whenever, I mean, we'll just kind of, it's going to be in there. I'm not going to try to squeeze it into a certain any time. I'm just going to put it out there that, we'll do the breath work, and then I'll just do a little bit about nutrition and mindset. And if people have to go,
yeah.
People have to go. Right. It's not a commitment. I'm committing to that for myself.
No, but that's good. I'm glad you're putting that in there, because I won't have time. I'm gonna be doing, like, telling them how to do it. and telling them like the basic theory and what to expect, so they don't get, you know, blindsided by something unexpected happening. Just all the basic stuff that I do someone before their first session. And you sent out that, and I also sent it out, the suggestions for having a good.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that out along with this video right here. So I just wanted to today just kind of, you know, create a quick message to share with everyone that we can use. Maybe we can try again on Friday afternoon for a really short time, like maybe list a real 5-minute or a 10-minute chat if we could connect for something like that, either Thursday or Friday. Let's try and do that just to speak to people one more time and invite them out one more time, and you know, get on the same page together. You know, this is all it is. It's communicating. It's two coaches coming together, communicating, working and growing together, stretching each other, doing something different together, growing from and with each other. And we just, you know, love ourselves and love our brothers around us.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, we're just you know, it is, you know, it's weird with everything being backwards on the screen. Yeah, you know, you and I are gonna have a great time. Anybody wants to join us and have a great time is welcome to show up. Yes,
right. And something else I was gonna say about it was, oh geez, I've lost it now, so I'm gonna have to catch it for next time. Oh shoot. Well, this Saturday, 12 to 4 ET.
Yeah, that's one good thing. We're doing it after the time zone change, so now everything is easy. It's 12 noon my time here in St. Croix in the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's 12 noon your time in Canada, and it's 12 noon in New York. So everybody should figure out what time it's going to be for their time zone. If they're here, they know it's 12. If they're in Canada with you, they can figure out their time zone in Canada based on where you are. They can figure out their time zone in the U.S. based on New York, and then you know, the European and Australians and Aussies and Asians can figure out the time zone probably based off of New York. It's 12 noon, New York, Canada, and St. Croix, Virgin Islands.
Wonderful, wonderful. And it's our first time that Ray and I are doing this online workshop together. So it's something new for both of us, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited to grow with it and from it, and looking forward to whoever wants to learn and grow in a natural health along with us. Awesome, bro. Awesome.
All right.